Hello! Welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to do a favourites video, and this could be quite a long video because there is a lot of favourites that I want to talk about this time, but I think it's just piled and piled up because I've been so busy I haven't got around to filming one. So I'm going to start again with albums and singles. As you know, there's always albums and singles in my favourites, so let's get cracking. So the first one is Take That These Days, which might seem a little bit of a random favourites, but it's just one of those really good feel-good songs. Like, if it comes on, it just kind of makes you just feel good and in a happy mood. And it's off their album 3, because obviously Take That are now down to 3 members, which I found really odd. Like, Take That as a trio just doesn't seem right to me at all. But yeah, so that's just quickly my review of that single, Take That These Days. The next single is very different to Take That. It's Bring Me the Horizon, Drown. Again, I really like Bring Me the Horizon. I probably mentioned them before in some other videos. They are kind of a screamy kind of band from Sheffield, actually, so near where I live, and they've released their new single. Not sure when the album's out, but it's a really good song. It's not as heavy as their other stuff used to be. They've kind of gone a little bit softer. I think it's because Ollie Sykes is getting kind of a bad throat from screaming all the time, so they've gone softer. But yeah, I'm really loving this single. But I love everything Bring Me the Horizon do, and I'd love to go and see them one day live, because they're just one of my favourite bands ever. And okay, so the next one is Bastille's remix album, which is called Versus Other People's Heartache Part 3. What I really like about this album is it's got a lot of their old songs remixed with other people, and some new stuff. So if you heard like the Bad News, The Driver, and some others, there's some new stuff, but then you've got some of the older stuff off albums that's remixed and made differently on this album, which is really cool, and I like the idea. And I think Bastille are one of the best bands to be around at the moment. They're definitely in my top 5 bands. They're just incredible. Dan's voice is incredible. If you haven't checked any of Bastille out, please go and search them on YouTube. If you've heard Bastille and you like them and you haven't heard the remix album, go and listen to that, because you'll probably like it if you like their other songs. It's just a really creative album, and I really enjoy what they've done with it. And the last, oh no, not the last, second to last, is something that I've really been pleased that I've heard, is Enter Shikari, The Mind Sweep. And I like Enter Shikari, but I think some albums I like more. So they're one of those bands where you think that you like some of the songs on the album and you don't like, or you're not keen on. So their last album I really enjoyed, which was A Flash Flood of Colour, but then some of their other stuff, some of them are better than others. But The Mind Sweep is an absolute incredible album. It's just, I like the entire album, and I like how they've got a ballad in there called Dear Future Historians, which is a 6-minute song. It's really ballady, and then the last 2 minutes is kind of really heavy, like Enter Shikari's usual kind of stuff. And then you've also got the Bank of England, which is kind of another softer song. And it actually shows that Enter Shikari can sing. Like, normally they are a little bit shouty, so they're not everybody's kind of cup of tea for music, but again, I kind of like that kind of music as well. But then if you like ballad stuff, they have that just to show that they can do that and mix up their sound a bit. But my favourite ones are the Anaesthetist, which is an absolutely banging song, fantastic, and Torn Apart. They're my 2 favourites on there, just because they're just so good. They're just so like Shikari, like upbeat, banging beats all the way through. Brilliant. If you don't know who they are or want to check them out, please do. And you like that kind of rock music, then go ahead. And the next album, which I am again really excited about and getting too into this, is Fall Out Boy, American Beauty, American Psycho. Now, anyone that knows me and has spoken to me recently will know how addicted I am to this album. It's just on repeat all the time. On the way to work it's on, at home it's on, car journeys it's on. It's just one of those albums I can't turn off right now. Pete Wentz and Patrick Stump and all that have done an absolutely amazing job on this album. I like to say rock and roll, but I think this one is even better. It's just the songs on it are amazing. American Beauty, American Psycho, Irresistible, Immortals. Novocaine's probably my favourite one on there just because it's a really upbeat beat song all the way through. The beats are incredible and the lyrics. I'm trying to think of some of the other songs. It's just incredible. I just enjoy it the whole way through, and it's probably their best album so far. So please go and find that and have a listen to that because I really, really love it. Right, that's all the albums out of the way. I must talk about this next one before I go crazy because it's just one of my favourite ones at the minute, and it's a book, and it's something I've read recently that I got in my Christmas list thing, and it's Giovanna Fletcher's You're the One That I Want. Again, Giovanna Fletcher is also Tom Fletcher's wife, Tom Fletcher from McFly, so I was even more hyped to read a book just because I'm a McFly fan and I thought I'll stay loyal. But this book is honestly one of the best books I've ever read, ever. I think it took me 2 weeks to read, which is really quick for me to read a book, but I had like loads of time over Christmas to just sit down and read. And I will give you like the synopsis, and it says, Maddie, dressed in white, stands at the back of the church. At the end of the aisle is Rob, the man she's about to marry. Next to Rob is Ben, best man and the best friend any two people ever had. And that's the problem, because if it wasn't Rob waiting for her at the altar, there's a strong chance it would be Ben. Loyal and sensitive, Ben has always kept his feelings to himself, but if he turned around and told Maddie she was making a mistake, would she listen and would he be right? So basically, the storyline is about Maddie, Rob and Ben, who meet at school really little. It kind of starts off with the wedding bit, but then it goes back from when they first met and it goes through their entire life back to the wedding. And Ben's kind of in love with Maddie, but then Maddie falls in love with Rob, and there's kind of a triangle, and then Ben and Maddie end up going to the same university, whereas Rob goes to a different one. So it kind of I was so hooked from the moment I started reading this. Could not put it down. It's one of those books that you just read and you want to find out what's going to happen, who's she going to marry, and all that kind of stuff. Again, if you don't want to listen to that synopsis as well, I'd skip through because it's just kind of giving it away. But it's absolutely amazing. I'm just reading Billy and Me at the moment as well, which is actually the book before this, but they're not the same people. So I wanted to read this one first just because everyone had said how awesome it was, and it is. So that is in my favourites because it's been one of my most favourite things ever at the minute. So please go and read it if you are a book person, because I think you're missing out if you haven't read it. Right, what's the next thing on my list? Some TV shows now. First I'm going to talk about Broadchurch Series 2. Broadchurch, I mean, that is an absolutely brilliant programme. The first season was really, really good. And then the second season's even better. It's just like it's worked out who the murderer was, now it's all the court stuff, but then there's another murder investigation being brought in, so it's kind of two stories in one, and it's just so tense, and it leaves it on cliffhangers every week, and you just have to wait a whole week for the next one, and it's just brilliant, and like David Tennant and Olivia Colman are really good in it. So yeah, that's one of my favourites at the moment because it's currently on TV, and one of the best TV shows I think that UK have had for ages. Really good. So if you can get it where you are, either watch it on ITV Player or I think iTunes are playing it as well, if you want to go and check that out on there. Another show is Cucumber, which is a pretty new show on Channel 4, and it's about gay relationships, and it's just like a drama comedy thing between people who are gay and are trying to get with people, and they sort of live together and stuff. Kind of hard to explain, but if you've seen it, you'll know what I'm talking about. Which the next programme also links into, which is Banana, which is on E4. So Cucumber and Banana kind of link in together because the same characters are seen in both shows, and they're both about the same thing. But Banana has separate people, so like Banana will have one person that it focuses on their story, and the next week it'll be another person on their story, but their other person will make cameos. Whereas Cucumber, it's about the same people and it follows on. So they're kind of different but kind of linked in. It's written by Russell T Davies, who also did some of the Doctor Who series. Who's an absolute fantastic writer, and I think he's done an absolutely brilliant job with these series. Kind of hooked on it. It's really, really good. Really well written and just keeps you wanting to watch, which is what a TV show should do, really, shouldn't it? Right, I think that's it for TV. 2 films now. The first one I'm going to talk about is Into the Woods. Into the Woods is one of the best musicals that I've seen. So good. I went to the cinema to see it, and if you like musicals, you will definitely like this. It's basically loads of fairy tales. So you've got Red Riding Hood, Cinderella, Rapunzel, and some others that are all linked into this big play, and the songs and they kind of all link it. It's kind of difficult to explain the plot, but they're all into this thing, into this film, and there's songs in it, and there's a giant, kind of your usual kind of, is it fairy tale kind of thing? Yeah, fairy tale stories. But I think this is one of my favourite things, and I'll probably buy it and watch it over and over again and sing it all and learn it all, because it's just one of those really good feel-good films, and I would recommend you go and watch it. And the next film, again, is Big Hero 6. This film is so good. I saw the trailer for it and I was like, meh, it looks okay, but then someone was like, do you want to come and watch it with me? So I did. I laughed the whole way through. It is brilliant. I mean, Baymax is one of my favourite characters. I mean, that is incredible. I love it. You just want one for yourself, really. It's just funny all the way through. It's really fast-paced. The plot's really good. If you're into kind of superheroes as well, you might like it, because it's kind of a little bit superhero-y towards the middle of the film. But yeah, I've proper enjoyed this, and I'm so excited for it coming out on DVD, because I just really want it. I know it's kind of a new release, so if you want to go and watch that, go. Totally recommended, because I really like it. And my final favourite of the video is actually a YouTube channel, and I don't usually put YouTube channels into my favourites because I just tend to watch the people that I'm subscribed to. But I found a new YouTube channel that I've recently subscribed to. You probably know who they are, but it's the Sakoni Jolies, and they are an Irish family who live in London, and they do daily vlogs every day at 6 o'clock UK time, and they have 2 lovely gorgeous children who are 2 and 9 months. Not going to say names, but if you want to go and watch their videos, I will put a link in the description. They're just so fun, and their vlogs are really interesting, and I look forward to watching their videos every day when I come home from work. It's just really fun to just chill out and watch. They're currently in Florida doing Playlist Live, so they're doing loads of Playlist Live vlogs if you like Playlist Live. Yeah, so that's just a channel that I like. That's unusual, isn't it, a channel? But maybe I will recommend more channels if I find any new ones recently, but it's very rare that I subscribe to anyone new now. I have so many people that it's just taking up time. So yeah, that is my favourites video. Finally got around to filming it because I've been so busy. But if you liked anything that I talked about, please let me know. Or if you've seen any of the films or shows I talked about, also let me know, because I'd love to know anyone's opinions on things. I should be back soon doing a haul video when I've got time. Might be next month or so. Just depends when I have actual time to do things. But if you did like the video, give it a thumbs up. Please comment and do subscribe if you want to see more of me. I do try and upload as often as possible. I'm going to try and get some more vlogs when I do more adventures. And I will see you soon with another video. Bye!